This is a channeled message from the angels about how each day they bring in the energy of renewal with each dawn. It's a beautiful message, and I'm excited to share it with you. I'm Ann Tucker, and I am a trance channel. I channel from the angelic realm, and that means that I raise my awareness up as high as I can go, and I connect with them, and then I bring those messages through. I write them down, and then I share them here with you on YouTube. So today's message is specifically about how angels bring in the dawn. So when they talk about that each dawn is like a renewal, and that is part of how they're helping us on our awakening, that each day you wake up and you have that moment, right, that opportunity to take a step back and to see each day as a fresh opportunity to step away from the things that you were turning about yesterday, the things that were worrying you, and to see them through a new lens and to see ourselves, right, which is really what awakening is all about. So if you want to see more messages like this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe using that little button down there by the description box. And I hope you enjoy the message. All right, so here is the message, and it is about this idea that angels bring in the dawn, and that with that dawn comes the energy of renewal. And it's a lovely message. So here it is. So they're saying, we have a saying within ourselves that we are begun, that we are starting. We have renewed ourselves each and every morn. We have the status of being eternal, but we rise with the sun as you do. We rise again and begin ourselves renewed. We have in this place our harmony, begin our song. It sings, reverberates, and calls into itself a new day, a new belonging, awakening appreciation for what unfolds on earth. So they're beginning to talk about this idea that this song that I looked it up in the heralding in the dawn, right? That's what comes up. They don't use that word, but that's what's coming up. So I'm seeing you guys. Thanks so much for joining. I see Wendy. I see a bunch of you, which is fabulous. So then they go on to say, and Mary, hi you guys, and Melody, we are universal as we have spoken, renewed each day as the universe spins on its axis. We feel the form of renewal beginning, ascendance of all things. We are incorporated into the fabric of time where you are. We feel the passing of the moments, the beginnings and endings. We are aware with tranquility that we begin again tomorrow. All tomorrows reunite into one central universal understanding of self. Okay, so this is one of those big ones, these paragraphs that they like to pack it in. So they said that they are universal, renewed each day as the universe spins on its axis. So they've said before that they are like, think of them not as like individual, they're like a consciousness. Angels are like a consciousness, and they're everywhere. And throughout our universe, they're everywhere. And they're saying that they are universal as they've spoken. So that's what they're saying here. Renewed each day as the universe spins on its axis. So they're just always there, always renewed at all times, always new. And they say they feel the form of renewal. And this is what they're getting to, is the energy that the renewal itself is an energy, that it's a feeling that you have. And think about that when you wake up in the morning and you feel like, oh, it's a new day, you feel refreshed. That energy of like the possibility is an energy in and of itself, a feeling that we have. And then they say they feel the form of renewal beginning, ascendance of all things. So this idea of renewal is tied, the energy of renewal is tied to the energy of ascendance. It's the awakening, right? That's that awakening feeling. So renewal, awakening, these are feelings. This is an energy that they're embodying. So we feel it every morning when we wake up and we have a renewal. It's like, it is an awakening. We are waking up to the new day, but it is also leading us to our awakening, right? Why do we have the dawn? Why do we wake up every morning and see it with a new perspective? Is to give us a chance to help us, to break us out of our patterns, break us out of what we were, really enmeshed in. When you're in a problem and you're really sucked into that problem. And if you just take a step back and you look at it with fresh eyes, all of a sudden you see your way through. And that's that renewal, right? That's that awakening that they're talking about, the ascendance, that we can ascend in each new day. They go on to say, we are incorporated into the fabric of time where you are. So they don't understand our time actually, but they are They are present in every dimension of our time. So they're incorporated into the fabric of our time. So they feel the passing of the moments, the beginnings and the endings. They are aware with tranquility that we begin again tomorrow. So they have this feeling always of, yes, they feel the permanence and the eternal nature of themselves and ourselves, but they also feel the passing of the moments. They feel our experience of time, but they don't live within that realm of time. Then they go on to say, all tomorrows reunite into one central universal understanding of self. So here they're saying that yes, we are moving along our trajectory of our timeline in our life, but then at the end, right, all of those are sort of uploading to our universal self, to our full understanding, our comprehension of ourselves as a spiritual being. So, and it's a universal understanding that our experience on earth not only informs our higher self, but it also informs our whole collective consciousness, informing the universe. So it's like every little moment we live then builds up to, in terms of an understanding and knowledge, adds to the knowledge of the universe, which is awesome. Right? Big words, little words meaning with really big meaning. So they go on to say, as forbidden from seeing what will become, seeing what will be beyond the self in time, we say, you begin each day with a question, what will become? You have the answer within, but know not. Leave all unbeknownst to the self. Remain in harmony with the passing of days. Allow yourself to unfold with its passing. So here they're saying that we don't always have access to, we rarely have access to what's coming. And they're saying that's great. Like, leave it. Don't stress about what's coming. Leave it for the future and step into each day, each moment as it comes. So they're saying, leave it all unbeknownst to the self. Remain in harmony with the passing of days, allowing yourself to unfold with its passing. So this is part of the grand design of our experience here on earth. It's intentional, right? Allowing us to, and I think this is what allows us to experience the feeling of renewal, which is super important apparently to our awakening. And it makes sense, right? It's all connected. They go on to say, we say we are not the same, but we are tied to the fabric of time. We have in ourselves an awakening that occurs with each passing, a renewal of sorts as you are becoming. We are tied to your entrance upon the earth. We live the vibration of that where you are and entail ourselves to be the time passing. We watch it go and bear the burden of knowing that which comes. We bear the calculation of circumstances, the creation of events passing as we have foreseen them, for we are intertwined in your lives across all time. So I think here they're really speaking, like, think about the perspective of your guardian angel who is tied to you. Like, you come in, the moment you come onto the planet, and actually even before, your guardian angel is there with you, sort of bringing you onto the planet, and then stays with you every single moment of your life. So they are tied. They're tied to, in that sense, they're tied to the fabric of time. They're tied to our experience. So they either say that we are tied to your entrance upon the earth. We live the vibration of that where you are and entail ourselves to be the time passing. So they're saying they're here with us, they're experiencing, like, watching us and living through us, but they have the burden of knowing what's coming. So they're standing right behind you. So imagine if you were, a parent with your child, and you know that they're about to bump into something, but you just have to let them go because they have to learn, right? They have to fall so that they can learn their boundaries and learn how to stumble and get up again. And that's kind of what it is they're right before us. They have insight into all time. So they know what's coming. They know where we're headed, right? And they bear that burden. They say that we bear the burden of knowing that which comes. We bear the calculation of circumstances, the creation of events passing as we have foreseen them. For we are intertwined in your lives across all time. So they're right there with us the whole time, right? Which is wonderful. So they go on to say, we awaken as you do with each passing morn. We sleep not. We do, however, observe the dawn. We see it as well as ourselves aligning before it, holding the resonance of renewal. We sing it into being. We carry it forward, for we are renewal that the dawn brings in. We are the light of God upon the earth. We sing ourselves into being each day. Each morn the sun does shine upon us as well, and we bring in it to yourselves. We bring it in to yourselves, calling it renewed. Your life does pass as thus, each day before us to be appreciated and seen as renewal of self, as awakening of the being you are. So, boy, I love this. So they're saying that they, that yes, they don't sleep, but they experience the renewal. So I can see them almost like as dawn moves across the planet, that they're right before it, and they are adding the energy of renewal, which they're saying is like they are the light of God. They're bringing that energy in, so that as each of us wakes up and experiences the new day, we feel that energy of possibility, that we can step into that every morning. That as you wake up and open your eyes, you can step into the possibility of today could be different from yesterday. Like, what was it yesterday that I was beating myself up about? And today I can wake up and feel that energy is right there, right? It's they're bringing it in. And all you have to do is sort of step back from what you were worrying about and see it with a fresh perspective. And when we do that, that is the process of our awakening, that becoming self-aware, becoming aware of the ways in which we are in resistance to ourselves or in resistance to what's occurring in our lives. And every single morning they bring in this energy to help us, which I just think is amazing. They so that we carry it forward, for we are the renewal that the dawn brings in. We are the light of God upon the earth. We sing ourselves into being each day. So each day there's this singing that they're doing. They're saying they themselves are the energy of renewal, the energy of possibility, of upliftment in our lives. And they're bringing that in every single day. So as we wake up, we step into it fresh and new. And so yes, the sun shines upon them as well. We bring it into yourselves, calling it renewed. Your life does pass as thus, each day before us to be appreciated and seen as renewal of self, as awakening of the being that you are. So it's really every single morning is about our awakening, which I think is gorgeous. They go on to say, and below ourselves, we see the world opening its doors, having itself a new breath of air, seeing the fabric of itself unfold into being, to create the new dawn that we ourselves bring in with our voice, calling him our God into being. So you can see why I was super excited to share this with you guys. Like, it's such a beautiful message. So I was super curious about like this idea of angels bringing in the dawn. Like as I got the message and thought about it, like, yeah, I know I've heard that. Like, I know that that's a thing. I just don't know where it comes from. So I started looking, and I saw, okay, so there's a bunch of like paintings. There's loads of paintings showing angels bringing in the dawn. Like here's one. Let me get rid of that one. So you see this one, and there's another here too, which is, let me get rid of this one. Here's one more, actually, another angel, and clearly angels ringing in the dawn. So these are paintings that are out there. There's a lot of paintings like this that are out there of angels ringing in the, or they call it, heralding in the dawn. So where did this come from? So I did find in the Bible, and I just saw this Google. Like I said, I am not an expert. I don't know the Bible that well. But there is this. So these bits of it here. So in the book of Job, that Jehovah claims that the cornerstone of the earth was laid when the morning stars sang together and all the sons of God shouted for joy. So I think this is the morning stars. I think they're talking about the angels, and morning stars is because they're bringing in the dawn. And then here, Jesus calls himself the bright morning star. So he says, I've sent angels to testify to you about these things for the churches. I am the root and the descendant of David, the bright morning star. And then again, this last one here. And this last one is in Isaiah, talking about Lucifer. They say, how you have fallen from heaven, morning star, son of dawn. So, which is, I think, super interesting. So it's out there. Like, I know, and I couldn't find anything more specific that says like, yes, angels herald in the dawn. I was looking for it, but there's all the paintings of it. There's these little bits I did find. If you know of anything else that mentions this or talks about this, I would love to hear it. Cause I know when I read it, I'm like, oh, it didn't shock me. Yeah, they should. But it did really surprise me about this idea of renewal, that they're bringing in the energy of renewal and what that means for us in terms of our awakening, that every single morning that they're refreshing this energy, giving us a new shot every single day, right? Giving us a new try and bringing in this wonderful uplifting possibility that we could step back and see ourselves and step back and see things with a new perspective. And it is the new brand new chance every day. So anyways, I hope you guys love this message as much as I did. I thought it was just gorgeous. And you're saying the dawn can symbolize the dharmic path in dreams. Oh, that's wonderful. And yes, right, because with the dharmic path, you're totally in flow. You're letting things happen as they occur, and you're not in resistance. You're not experiencing karma. So it is really it's our awakening. So yeah, the dawn it's an awakening, and they're supporting us every single time, which I just love. So, all right, you guys. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Love sharing this message with you, and I hope you guys. It's going to be gorgeous and sunny here in Seattle. So I'm looking forward to having a good one. You're saying such a beautiful and timely message. Thank you. Yeah, I loved it too. And you're saying it goes back to repentance also, which allows us a new chance. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I think anything that gives us that sort of that idea of a new chance, a fresh new start every day. I think that's I think that's where this is at. And I think why it resonates so strongly for me. I just love that idea. So, all right, you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you next Friday live. Bye-bye.